Today, we're learning about one of the greatest sermons ever told called the Sermon on the Mount, and we brought some of our friends to play some of the biggest games we've ever done. Today on Mish Mash!
It's time to die in the Mish Mash, Mish Mash, Mish Mash, Mish Mash. You don't wanna miss this game. Mish Mash, Mish Mash. You don't wanna miss this. Mish Mash.
We're playing some of the biggest games we have ever done on Mish Mash, and right behind me, we have the infamous Ninja Dome with 8 contestants. This first round, survive. The next round, your legs will be tied together. The last round, you'll have to hold something heavy. But now it's time for the first round. Who can survive the first round? Let's go. Are you guys ready?
Go! Stand on. If you fall off the platform, you are done. And we're looking at you to see if you. Well, that's one way to do it, but you're good. Oh, but we lost one. Eric is down. Eric is down. It's up to Jacqueline doing a little jump. Come around here. Oh, let's follow over here. The jump is, man, there's not a lot of jumping, just a lot of climbing. Oh. Adam almost lost it. Red man. Oh, nice jump. Nice jump. Oh, we lost another one. 2 more. Oh, we lost. All right, the next person. Okay, we've got a remaining 4.
It is time for round 2. Our last remaining ones, the 4 right now, their legs are tied together, which is going to make it extra difficult. So let's see if they survive to go on to the championship round.
Ready, go! Their legs are tied together this round. Oh, great job on that jump. It's up to Ashley. Oh, great jump. This actually kind of made it easier. Oh, and don't forget to duck. Wow, you guys are actually doing better this round. Oh, Max slipped. We've eliminated 1. It is up to just 3 people right now. The ducking is easy, but it's at the jumping. I believe in everyone here right now. Let's see what happens on this corner. Red man is doing great to learning the baloney. Lots of ducking. Oh, wait, did we lose one? No, Ashley's still good. Okay, here we go. They're starting to get worn out. We lost Bread Man. Bread Man is out.
We are down to the final round of our Ninja Dome. We have 2 contestants, Adam versus Ashley. This time, they're holding 25-pound sandbags, and they have to survive. Let's see if they do.
All right, here we go, guys. You guys have your sandbags ready. You gotta survive holding 25 pounds of weight. Let's spin it, go! Holding those sandbags. Extra poundage. Oh, Adam almost slipped. He's ducking Ashley. The first one. Ashley, the first round. That means Adam
Is victorious. But great job to Ashley and Adam, but we do have a winner. The winner of our Mish Mash Ninja Dome champion. Adam, right there. Give it up for Adam. Great job. Thumbs up for rock and roll.
Thumbs up there.
It's great. Thank you guys for joining us. We have amazing times here on Mish Mash all the time. This was a super epic game. But right now, we're going to learn about one of the greatest sermons ever told, and that is the Sermon on the Mount. So let's hear about that right now.
Hi guys, I am so glad that you are here today. I have something really cool for you. But first, a question. Have you ever seen a baby bird? I'm talking, looks like an alien landed in your backyard, a giant head that's too big for its body, big bulging eyes that aren't even open yet. It wobbles around trying to see if it could use its legs, and if it chirps, it sounds like a squeaky door hinge. It's basically the most awkward, hilarious, kind of cute creature you've ever seen. That is what my daughter looked like when she was born. She was so early that she only weighed 1 pound. You all probably weighed more, like 8 to 10 pounds. We had to stay in the hospital for 3 months. She had breathing tubes, feeding tubes. There were lots of opportunity for worry. Remember I had something cool for you? It's actually from Jesus. It's in the book of Matthew, and he says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear? Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Those are powerful words from Jesus. Back in that hospital, I had a choice. I could worry if she was going to make it, if she was going to be okay, or I could pray and trust God that He sees and cares and loves. So what is it you're worried about? I challenge you to trust God. Go to Him in prayer and know that He sees and loves you. Right now, let's read these verses again and talk about it.
2,000 years ago, Jesus gave the greatest sermon ever that we call the Sermon on the Mount. In it, he shares with us a better way to live, one that focuses on others and God instead of ourselves. And as followers of Jesus, he tells us to not worry. God is going to take care of things. How do we know that? Well, let's hear more from our friends at the Bible Project.
Jesus of Nazareth was a first-century Jewish man who claimed that he was uniting God's domain above with our domain below. He called this the arrival of God's kingdom.
Jesus invited people to follow him so they could enter into that heavenly realm here on earth in their day-to-day lives. And that's what he's talking about in the collection of teachings called the Sermon on the Mount.
Now, if you really believed that God's heavenly life was available here and now, that would change your perspective on just about everything,
including your possessions. In fact, Jesus said the biggest obstacle to experiencing God's heavenly life and presence is our stuff. The word Jesus uses literally means the stored up things, so our storage.
Okay. Yeah, some people do have a lot of stuff, but it's natural to collect things. Stuff can make life easier. Stuff can give me security. Stuff gives me freedom.
Well, we think that it does, but Jesus says not so much.
Don't store up your stuff on the land, where moths and nibblers destroy and where thieves break in and steal. Okay, but what if I just protect my stuff?
All right, but now your attention is going to be on keeping your stuff safe. Jesus says the good life comes when our attention is directed elsewhere.
Store up for yourselves the stuff of the sky. Sky stuff? What's this sky stuff?
Well, it's a kind of stuff that is so secure that it can't ever be threatened. And it's different from our stuff here on earth. It's the stuff that God's heavenly kingdom is made of. And the more you collect it, the more you'll experience that kingdom here on earth.
All right, how do I get that kind of stuff?
Well, Jesus said that we can experience God's heavenly kingdom now, when we love God and love our neighbor. It's that rich experience of peace and fulfillment, those moments when heaven and earth unite when we follow the teachings of Jesus.
Like a kind word or an act of generosity? Offering forgiveness and showing compassion?
Yes, store up that kind of stuff. Because the loving relationships that we cultivate now will last into the renewed creation. And what we store up has a way of slowly shaping us in its image, for better or worse. Or, as Jesus puts it,
where your stored up things are, there too will be your heart. Okay, so I should focus my hopes and desires on what really matters.
Right. In fact, next, Jesus uses a vivid image to describe this focus.
The lamp of the body is the eye. So then, if your eye is good, your whole body will be radiant.
This phrase, good eye, is the figure of speech in the Hebrew Bible for being really generous, while a bad eye is a metaphor for being stingy, hoarding your stuff. Jesus warns that a bad eye is the quickest way to ruin yourself.
But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be dark. If the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Yikes. So maybe I should give away all my stuff.
Maybe. Jesus once told a wealthy man to do just that. Ultimately, it's about our priorities. Here, Jesus tells a parable.
No one is able to serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You are not able to serve God and wealth.
Wealth is like a tyrant that demands our loyalty.
I might think I own my stuff, but before long, my stuff will own me.
And this danger is real. And so Jesus is pretty blunt. Our stuff can prevent us from experiencing the union of heaven and earth in our lives.
Okay, but let's be real. I need things to survive. I need food, I need clothes.
Well, Jesus has one final teaching about our stuff that brings all these ideas together. He invites us to consider how God has packed creation with abundance, each creature having just what it needs. Jesus says that if you trust God as a generous Father and prioritize loving God and loving others, you will find that your needs are met. And you'll find the rich peace of heaven and earth uniting in your own life.
I say to you all, don't worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, not even about your body, what you'll put on. Isn't life more than food and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air, how they don't sow seed and they don't harvest, and they don't gather into barns, and yet your Father in the skies feeds them. Aren't you much more valuable than they are? And who among you is able to add an hour to your life by worrying? And about clothing, why are you all so worried? Pay attention to the lilies of the field, how they grow. They don't labor, and they don't weave cloth. But I tell you all, not even Solomon in all his glory clothed himself like one of these. Now if the grass of the field, which is there today and tomorrow is tossed into the furnace, is clothed this way by God, won't he make sure to clothe you all who have so little trust? So then don't be worried, saying, what will we eat? Or what will we drink? Or what will we wear for clothing? For the nations constantly seek for all this stuff. For your Father in the skies knows that you need all this. Rather, first, seek for the kingdom of God, and do right by God, and all these things will be added to you. So then, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow can worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own.
Jesus has a lot of great things to say in the sermon. And as followers of Jesus, we should follow his words very closely, especially when he tells us to not worry. Life can be hard and scary, or we might not feel like we have enough. But God promises to take care of us. When we choose not to worry and trust that God will provide, we're living out what Jesus says, and his way is the best way. So remember what Jesus says. Do not worry.
Mish Mash.